what's wrong with him. He led the NFL in rushing last year, and a lot of it's been the offensive line. And you could really specifically look out on the edges at the tight ends. They've got to be able to do a better job tonight being able to run the football, take some of the pressure off the stick.
Stick sets it up here, hits Eckler, and Eckler will take it up to the 38-yard line, setting up a third down and short. You're going to see that man in your frame a lot tonight, Max Crosby, number 98.
And this is what I think all of us as football fans love about him. Watch him at the top and watch the effort, recognition of a screen, balls out, and look at his eyes, and then look at the closing speed. Never takes a play off, whether it's the run or the pass, rushing a quarterback, he does it all.
3rd and 3. Over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it there to Gerald Everett. You got Marcus Epps covering on the play, and so the Chargers begin with a 3 and out. As you look at Antonio Pierce, who's the interim head coach, took over when Josh McDaniels got fired halfway through the season. Won his first 2 games, but has lost his last 3.
Yeah, he talked about this week with us. They're obviously embarrassed and disappointed, but he said, these guys are pros. If you come out to our practice, our best players are our hardest workers, and it's really helped get through some of these bumpy moments that they've had throughout this season.
J.K. Scott into punt. DeAndre Carter back to receive, standing inside his own 15-yard line. Fair catch called for. And then there's contact, there's a flag, and another flag. So running into him was Ja'Sir Taylor. So Taylor not giving him the opportunity to make the fair catch, and that'll cost him. Ronald Torbert is the referee tonight.
Fair catch interference by the kicking team, number 36. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Las Vegas' ball, 1st and 10.
So the Raiders now, and here is Aiden O'Connell. This has to be a bit of a nightmare for him. He started against the Chargers in LA week 4. What happened? He got sacked 7 times in the game, 6 times by that man, Khalil Mack. This is a nightmare.
What are the odds? His first start is against Khalil Mack, and it's 6 sacks, and here we are again.
And they're minus Josh Jacobs, their lead running back. He is out tonight. They start here with a run to the 40-yard line. Zamir White, and he'll be the main guy, 2nd-year guy out of Georgia, picked in the 4th round last year.
Yeah, he gets downhill. He's very different style back than Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs obviously has some shake, side-to-side jump cuts. What you'll see with Zamir White, who was nicknamed Zeus when he was in college at Georgia, is he is a downhill runner. One cut and get north and south. You saw that there on his first carry, and a great block up front there by Jacob Johnson, lead fullback.
O'Connell, deep drop, deep throw, going deep downfield, and that's incomplete. Coverage is there. Michael Davis covering on the play, intended for Trey Tucker, the speedy rookie out of Cincinnati. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Well, I think they felt they had some opportunities with the speed of Tucker to get one-on-one against Davis, and they thought they'd go into it early. And he wins at the line of scrimmage. If the ball's thrown down in front of him, he's got a chance to put a big play up on the board. But the ball brings him back, and Davis catches a break. They went 3-by-1, 3 receivers to the field, 1 back to the boundary, created that one-on-one matchup. They just missed a big opportunity there.
On 3rd down and 2, on the ground, and picking up the initial 1st down of the game, keeping those legs moving up to the 46-yard line. Well, I tell you, without Jacobs, that's a big loss. This time it's Amir Abdullah carrying. So he and White will carry the load tonight on the ground.
And of course, Abdullah really known for his ability to catch the ball to the backfield tonight. He's going to be asked to have to carry the rock.
Normally a 3rd down back, stays in there right now, 1st down. O'Connell to the outside, and that is broken up. That's Asante Samuel, breaking it up, intended for Devontae Adams. And for Adams, of course, he came here last year, wanted to reunite with Derek Carr. That lasted 1 year, and it's been a tough season for him right now.
Yeah, it sure has. He's been frustrated at times for obvious reasons. And here is just really good coverage by Samuel. You like to see the Raiders. They threw second short. They take the shot downfield. Helps the offensive line in protection against Mack. And then a 1st and 10 throw. Both times he had time to throw.
Why not take some chances at this point in the season?
Yep.
2nd down and 10. Fired over the middle. That's caught. Taking it to the 47-yard line. Adams making the grab after some stellar years, of course, with Aaron Rodgers at Green Bay, now in his 2nd season here.
Yeah, they move him around. They do a good job of doing that. It, really started with Josh McDaniels over the last couple of years. They're just trying to create matchups and prevent teams from loading up on him, rolling coverage towards him. Of course, he's had a brilliant career. One thing about him is they give him so much freedom at the line of scrimmage and with his routes to try to find the leverage of the defense and work the other way.
3rd and 2, draw. Nice run here. Give it to Abdullah again, and another 1st down for them as Eric Kendricks makes the tackle for the Chargers.
But this offensive line, we came in wondering, watch 70 in the right guard. Van Rotten does a nice job. He just kind of shows that it's a draw here, sets up the line, opening up some room for these backs.
Keep it on the ground, moving to the outside. Nothing happening there as Brandon Bolden carries special teams guy. Bolden's been around. This is his 11th season in the league. Most of them with New England. Owns a couple of rings.
Everybody talks about backup quarterbacks. One of the reoccurring themes I think we see in the NFL is reshuffling offensive linemen. That's what the Raiders are having to do tonight. They've got some injuries to their starting center, Andre James. Left tackle, their best lineman, Miller, is out. So that's week 1 against the Broncos. You can see they've had to reshuffle the deck. And even the right tackle, Luminor, he was benched, so he wouldn't have been playing tonight either.
That was Bolden's first carry of the year. They've already used 3 running backs. You got a flag thrown here. Hunter Renfrow making that grab. Would have been about a 7-yard gain, but Torbert will tell us the rest of the story. Brandon Staley in his 3rd year with the Chargers. Penalty will be against Los Angeles.
Offside. Defense number 3. 5-yard penalty. Would be 2nd down.
So Brandon Staley took over in the 2021 season. Of course, anytime you have a disappointing season like this where so much is expected, a coach is going to be on the hot seat. So I don't know what's going to happen before the end of the year, but they'll assess at the end of the season, and we'll find out about his future and the future of a lot of other guys.
Think about this in his defense. Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. That's 3 of their stars. Right. They've all been on the field at the same time. Only 9% of the time the offense has been on the field the last 2 years.
And Allen is out tonight. Fake to White, fired over the middle, caught. Adams, who missed the walkthrough yesterday with an illness, but looking sharp on this first drive tonight as he takes it to the 15-yard line.
Well, they bring the linebackers, and that gave him room to work in the middle. Pressure here, and you're not going to win this right here. Nobody's going to stop him at the line of scrimmage. A little shake, and look at the room because the linebacker blitz. Good job of holding up, and great recognition by O'Connell to get that ball out of his hands quickly with that favorable matchup to his go-to guy in Adams.
Gain of 23. You saw 6. Chargers with 3 and out. Meanwhile, Vegas now running the 9th play of their opening drive. 4 runs, 4 passes. Here's pass number 5. Incomplete to the outside. Crowd wants a flag. Don't get it. Jacoby Myers covered by Michael Davis. 2nd down and 10.
You notice how Davis and Samuel both are sitting on these short routes. The scouting report on O'Connell is they don't get the ball downfield a lot. A lot of it is underneath. And because of that, these corners are jumping these routes. That was close. Official right there taking a close look. It looked like he got there maybe a bit early, but it's a no call in the field. But the corners are sitting on it. That's why they took that shot to Tucker on that 2nd play of the game.
Go 3 by 1 here on 2nd and 10. And that's batted at the line of scrimmage. Mack got his hands on it, trying to flip it to the outside. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Mack leading the league in sacks. Crosby's only 1.5 behind him, so a little individual duel tonight.
No doubt about it. And he, you know how fired up he gets anytime he has a chance to go up against his former team. It seems like every time he has a big game against this team, this offense.
10th year in the league. Having a great season, obviously, when you look at the numbers. 3rd down and 10. O'Connell fires over the middle. That's caught. Catch is made, and it's a 1st down. Michael Mayer, the rookie out of Notre Dame. They picked him in the 2nd round. Sets up a 1st down and goal for the Raiders.
The motion by Jacoby Myers actually widens the backer and opens up this throw. Watch the motion come and watch the backer respond to it. It's Kenneth Murray right here. He'll end up floating out. Once he widens, there's the tight end. Nice job of taking that space. Good job by the offensive line on 3rd and long, keeping Khalil Mack out. Mumford there on that left side, getting a little help from the inside the guard there.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line, and into the end zone for the touchdown goes Zamir White. So the Raiders, who were blanked on Sunday, bye week, and couldn't score for about the last 3 quarters of their game before that, all of a sudden looked like a juggernaut. 12 plays, 68 yards, beautifully executed, and Pierce's team leads.
See him greeting Aiden O'Connell, telling him nice job there. That's exactly why they talked about loving a short week after getting shut out 3-0. They just wanted to get back out on the field and have a chance to put points up on the board, and they do it on his first possession. Flawless opening drive.
Yeah, White in his 2nd year out of Georgia. That's his 1st career touchdown. Daniel Carlson for the point after. A.J. Cole is the holder. And so the Raiders have the ball for almost 5.5 minutes. Beautifully executed drive, and Las Vegas leads 7-0. Play on the defensive line, on the offensive line, UFC, you name it.
Wherever you need him.
Yeah.
Well, what a drive.
Yeah. First time since the 2nd quarter against Kansas City 3 weeks ago. He had a bye week in between there as well. Meanwhile, coming out from the end zone is Darius Davis. And he brings it to the 21-yard line. So Easton Stick, some notes about him. 49-3 was his record at North Dakota State. 4-time FCS national champion, 2 as a starter, 2 as a backup. Picked in the 5th round in 2019. And tonight, of course, is his 1st career start. Man, you know, can you imagine you're sitting as, in effect, the number 3 quarterback for a lot of this time. You don't get into a game for almost 5 years. Meanwhile, the catch is made here on the outside. Staying in bounds, picking up the 1st down is Jalen Guyton. Bob shoves him away.
Now, I'm with you. I mean, think about this. His first 4 years with Tyrod Taylor first and then Chase Daniel, they were the backup quarterback to Justin Herbert. So he's basically the 3rd guy, never active, never really thought about. And then he just keeps kind of in the shadows, working to get better as a passer. He's a really athletic guy, really intelligent. And he got to the point where they were ready to make him the backup this year. And here he is, making his 1st career start.
Running back is Joshua Kelly. Stick. He can move, throws, that's caught. That's Everett making the catch. And Everett gets out of bounds after he picks up a 1st down. Kept it alive, picks up the 1st.
Yeah, to a certain degree, you're going to have some backyard football tonight by Stick. And you know, it's his 1st career start. And even though he's been in the league for 5 years, you can see if his primary is not there, here comes the rush. And now you've got to be able to improvise. And instead of throwing it away, he keeps his eyes upfield and finds the tight end, Everett, who is blocking and ends up releasing.
From the 48. On the ground. Stuffed. Kelly right there. Divine Diablo, little backer, making.
Kind of take him back, and we did our Zoom this week with Easton Stick, and at the end, Kaylee asked him a question: besides your parents and your family, who's helped you the most? And he brought up his college coach, Chris Kleinman, who was at the time at North Dakota State. He's now currently the Kansas State head coach, and actually got emotional, started to get teary-eyed, and apologized. We said, "Hey, don't apologize." He said he instilled confidence in me as a freshman when I really needed it, and I'll never forget that. And it's cool that it impacts him all these years later.
2nd and 10, little shoulder shake, look out, ball is out. As they take him down to the 42-yard line, Raiders think they have it, and they do. Malcolm Kuntz comes in, gets the sack, forces the fumble, and Las Vegas takes over. Tyree Wilson, rookie out of Texas Tech, with the recovery.
Well, they brought Spillane, 41 on the blitz, so that creates the one-on-one opportunity for Kuntz, who, by the way, has just been getting better and better on the opposite side of Max Crosby. A lot of people worry about putting 2 blockers on Crosby for obvious reasons. 51, now has 3 sacks on the year. He has 4 tackles for a loss, and just seems to be all of a sudden he has better technique. He's always been athletic, but Patrick Graham said, he's bought into the technical aspect of being a pass rusher, and it's really paying off for him.
Kuntz went to the same school that produced Khalil Mack, Buffalo.
Not bad.
Yep. So a little more than 6 minutes to play. There he is. Forces the turnover. Meanwhile, after that perfect first drive, O'Connell comes back in. Picked him in the 4th round this year. Of course, it was going to be Jimmy Garoppolo who was going to be the guy. He was going to come to town and be the guy that lasted about half a season. Zamir White is the running back. He gets it. 2-yard gain. Khalil Mack in on that tackle.
Michael Mayer just got introduced to Mack and how quick he is. It's one thing to study it and hear about it, but now you've got to try to block him on the outside, and he's gone. I mean, you can't even get your hands on him. Khalil Mack in his 10th year, I think he's having one of his best years he's had of his entire career. You think about getting into your 10th year, you're 32 years old, people start to think maybe you lose a little bit. In Khalil Mack's case, it's the opposite. If anything, he's gotten better.
Playing against the team that drafted him. He played his first 4 years in Oakland, and that pass is incomplete, intended for Devontae Adams. Michael Davis, who's kind of been in and out of the lineup. Meanwhile, Adams looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Davis, a starter, bench, starter again tonight. Been involved in a lot of the action already. 3rd down and 8. Yeah,
people go after him. He's having a few words there with Adams as Adams was working the official. He's saying, hey, man, you got to beat me. And one thing about Davis, he's got the length to be able to try to stay with him. And that was tight coverage on that back shoulder fade. He was right there stride for stride.
3rd and 8, crowd booing because they've watched the replay and see no laundry. Play clock is at 2. And then 3rd and 8, that pass is caught. That'll be a first down to the 30-yard line. Michael Mayer makes that grab.
He goes right back to him. He got him earlier on a critical 3rd down, and he comes right back to him on a great matchup against a veteran, Eric Kendricks. Just kind of that option route where you feel the coverage, works from the outside back to the inside. The timing is perfect. And again, let's not forget to give that offensive line, that reshuffled offensive line, credit on those 3rd downs, given that throw.
Good protection. Going for the end zone, open, making the grab. Trey Tucker for the touchdown.
How about that? Anytime you have a deep crosser, you know what you need? You need protection. And the offensive line delivers that. And I'll tell you, man, Tucker was known for his speed in college at the University of Cincinnati. He gets across, he's able to pull away. That's Derwin James. He's leaving him, but all of it because of that offensive line giving him enough time. Did he bobble that? He did once. Gets the foot down. Ooh, close.
Terry McCauley giving us a sign. It's good.
Okay.
Trey Tucker, the rookie.
And there's Khalil Mack getting a little extra attention there by Zamir White, helping out the right tackle.
So Tucker gets his first career touchdown.
It's a great look at it here. A little bobble.
Yep.
Looks like that right foot may have still been down. Then he gets the left foot down for the touchdown.
They're checking it. That's the reason for the delay on the extra point. Waiting for confirmation.
It's really all about the right foot still being down as he lost possession and then regained it.
The touchdown is under further review.
So they're still looking at it. Okay. All right, back with the verdict after this.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands as called. It's a touchdown.
They took a long look at it. We're going to bring Terry McCauley in after the extra point. It's about as close as it gets. Getting control, getting that right toe down, left foot clearly in, and the call on the field stands. So 2 touchdown drives already for the Raiders.
That's one you're glad you're not up in the replay booth having to figure that one out. That's as close as I've seen.
Carlson for the extra point. And that makes it 14-0. And we'll go to Terry, and Terry, take us through the touchdown here.
Yeah, Al, this is when that clear and obvious standard to reverse and replay really comes in. When he gains final control, it has to be clear and obvious that that right toe is up, and it just isn't. It's right there. It may be, probably not, but it's not clear and obvious that it's not a touchdown as ruled on the field.
When is the last time we saw anything that was clear and obvious?
Man, that is so
toe down, has control, left foot clearly in, touchdown.
One thing I know is clear and obvious is this Chargers defense. You know, they allowed 6 points all year on just opening drives. That's the best in the NFL. And they're down 14-0 with Easton Stick making his first career start with Max Crosby on the other side of the ball.
Well, that defense, and that's Brandon Staley's pedigree. He came from the Rams, where he ran the defense under Sean McVay. They're 29th in yards allowed, 29th in passing, and they look like it. Meanwhile, last week, 12 possessions, no points. Tonight, 2 possessions, 14. So the Chargers already in a hole, and they will begin this next drive from the 25-yard line.
You know, with Easton Stick at this point, you know, you've got to take advantage of his athletic ability. You know, add him into the running game. You can run some zone read with him. Not a ton, but just enough to make the defense aware of it. You can get him out on the edge with boots and nakeds, things like that, where he really is comfortable. So it's not just sitting in the pocket, relying on the running game and a play action pass. You can definitely take advantage of this young man's legs.
Start on the ground to the 30-yard line goes Joshua Kelly. That ball is out as well. Raiders think they have it. Here come the officials. They do. Oh boy. Jerry Tillery, one-time Charger, comes up with it, and so a nightmare beginning for the Chargers.
It looks like Epps, who came over from Philly this year, got his left hand on the ball, and then it got it loose, and then as he was going down, the ball just falls out of Kelly. You know, they felt like Isaiah Spiller might be moving closer to becoming that second back this game. And now with Kelly getting the opportunity, the ball is on the ground, and man, nothing going right for the Chargers here early.
Please set the game clock to 4 minutes 36 seconds, please. 4:36. The clock will start on the snap.
2 turnovers in the first 10.5 minutes. White behind a fullback here. Drive starting from the 31-yard line, and a whistle before the snap.
Ball start. Offense, number 16. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's the best thing that's happened to the Chargers so far tonight. Jacoby Myers, false start. I ran into Jim Plunkett and Fred Biletnikoff. They're here before the game. It looks like the Plunkett Biletnikoff Raiders of yore.
Sure does. Man, this is a. I don't think anybody envisioned this. This is a team that didn't score last week.
Right. O'Connell open, 29-yard line, making the catch, and there is Tucker, who just scored the touchdown, making the grab here.
I think what you're seeing from Aiden O'Connell, for people that aren't familiar with the rookie, is that when he has time, there's a good look at Jim Plunkett there. When he has time to throw and his feet are set and things are clean, the ball comes out and it's accurate. It's the guy we talked about, Easton Stick. Here's a guy that didn't start to his senior year in high school. Had an offer from Wheaton College, ended up walking on at Purdue. He's about 8th or 9th string, works his way up to become the starter, and ends up playing quite a bit for the Boilermakers, and now here he is as a rookie.
He spent 6 years in West Lafayette, but he had one head coach, one offensive coordinator. Comes here, and they fire the head coach and the offensive coordinator halfway through the season.
Yeah, he was with Jeff Brom, who was as a head coach. He's now back at his alma mater at Louisville. But yeah, 28 starts, and he talked a lot about all those reps that I received, all the opportunities to throw, because they threw the ball about 40 times a game. It really allowed him to transition into this NFL system where, it's obviously moving fast. He's still learning about the NFL windows, but much better.
So that shot of Jimmy Garoppolo on the sideline. Now the backup quarterback, 3rd down and 2. Blitz coming. Passes reached for and pulled in for the touchdown by Jacoby Myers. Three plays, 31 yards, cash in on another turnover, and a 3-touchdown lead for Vegas.
Absolutely incredible catch by Myers, but the ball by Aiden O'Connell, we just talked about, when he gets his feet set, the ball, you're going to give your receiver a chance. Michael Davis, he's been picked on a lot this year. Watch him peek back. Watch him look over his right shoulder right there. That's when he lost the play. Myers goes right by him. He peeked back, made that mistake, and it cost him.
Comes over from New England, first year here, his 7th touchdown of the season. Who are these guys? Who are either guys right now? 21-0. By Pepsi. So you had a sack fumble here. Vegas takes over, goes to the end zone. You've got a fumble here by Kelly. And then on a 3rd down and 1 into the end zone. Great catch by the former Patriot Jacoby Myers. And it's 21-zip.
That's why they play these games. You just obviously never know. Chargers have been pretty good in the turnover margin all year. Raiders have been disastrous at -10. And those turnovers are led to points.
Run back from the 1-yard line. Davis. Out to the 29. We go to Kaylee.
Guys, Jacoby Myers told me when he saw the throws Aiden O'Connell was making in camp, he knew the rookie was a special dude. And he figured it was just a matter of time before he'd get the opportunity to show it. He said O'Connell has shown how mentally strong he is as he's been thrust into a tough situation with a new head coach and offensive coordinator. And Myers smiled as he told me, I'm proud of the way he's handled things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dream beginning for him tonight. It's a nightmare thus far for the Chargers to start from the 27-yard line. Eckler in the backfield. Give it to him. Reverses direction. Takes it to the 31. When they draft O'Connell, you got a flag down here in the offensive backfield. O'Connell picked in the 4th round out of Purdue.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
It's on Zion Johnson. When they draft him, I mean, Garoppolo is going to be the guy. They'd already dealt Carr to New Orleans. Garoppolo, they get him from San Francisco. And then Brian Hoyer is going to be the backup, 15-year veteran. So he's going to start as the number 3 guy. There is Garoppolo, the backup tonight. And Hoyer is the emergency quarterback.
He goes from 3 to getting a start week 4, which I think shocked him. Then he goes back to being 3. Then eventually works his way up to being the backup. They fire Josh McDaniels, and he takes over.
Gets shut out last week, and tonight he's on fire. Stick throws, caught. Everett makes that grab. And the ball is out again, but this time, fortunately for the Chargers, they recover. Go figure here. Guyton is there to save it. Whew.
I think he was down. I think Everett might have been down when they were ripping at the ball. Clearly, the Raiders are attacking the football.
They called it a fumble.
Yeah,
was what Torber just said.
I think they'll review, take a peek at that and see that he's.
Well, either way, they keep possession of it.
Okay.
Spillane is there. He's had a great season. 2nd down and 10. Here's Everett, and he's got blocking out in front. Good stiff arm, and picks up a 1st down. That's a stiff arm born of frustration.
Yeah, you could sense that. I mean, he ended up throwing Robertson, who's a corner and undersized. Uses a helmet, uses the arm, all the momentum, just overpowers him. By the way, that gave him the 1st down. That effort right there. Been that kind of year for the Chargers. A lot of frustration.
Rolling to his left, stick throws, checks it off underneath. Be a short gain and then banged out of bounds to a Stone Smart. 2nd-year guy out of Old Dominion. Gain of 4.
Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator who came over from Dallas. In these last couple plays, you saw the screen to Everett, get the ball out, try to take advantage of the pass rush of Crosby and company. And this time they roll him out again, use his athletic ability, move that launch point. You don't want him sitting back in that pocket as a sitting duck.
Checking ahead for maybe a yard and a half and setting up a 3rd down. Let's call it 5. Is Austin Eckler.
See what they can do here on that 3rd down. Remember, his legs can be a factor here as far as mobility and his ability to improvise. It's a Chargers team down 21. It's so early in this game. I mean, with a quarterback who's making his first start, you got to pick up this 1st down, and you just got to kind of stick with what you thought might be the most effective way. You obviously don't want to get into these passing, just strictly a passing game down 21.
End of the quarter approaching. 3rd and 5. Look out. Sack. And that's the way the 1st quarter will end, on a sack by Jerry Tillery, who already has a fumble recovery and now a sack. 21-0 Raiders after 1.